JT coming, JT coming, JT coming. Hey, bossy coming, bossy coming, and yes, y'all better be listening to that City Cinderella. Y'all better be listening to that. Yes, JT. I clocked that T. I'm here for it. I'm here for that. Anywho, welcome back to the Operation Hill 100 Heart channel where we do what? Focus on healing, humor, and hot motherfucking topics. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, all my good people. Today, y'all know what it is. We got to run it down. We are not doing any healing in this moment. We're on a hot motherfucking topic. So y'all know one of my favorite hot topics is what? Show reviews. So let's get into the show review. Y'all know we're reviewing College Hill, Celebrity Edition Season 3. Let's jump right into it. This episode is called Them Grades Got the Whole House Shook. Sorry, y'all know I got to have my water right here on the side. Anywho, so it starts off where it left off, which was they was in Dr. Frazier's class, and remember they are supposed to present their bill to the congressman, Congress Troy Carter, right? Their bill on eradicating homelessness, and pretty much everybody's all dolled up. They got on their best dress. They looking pretty cute. Only person that wasn't there is Tamar. Remember, Tamar had a prior engagement, so she didn't get a chance to make it to that class. But she brought her little input and she did the work she needed to do. So that was a beautiful thing, right? So they all got all dolled up, got cute. As when they got in the class, they all sat down. They pulled the congressman up on the screen via Zoom. They was making it happen. Of course, Claudia, as always, she laid out the presentation. Hey, Congressman Carter, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. What it was called was the BBL Act, which was cute. It was called Build Better Lives. And what I liked about it was it definitely wanted to give the homeless people resources and money and funding to put into helping homeless people stay employed and also be able to abandon homelessness. So I really thought it was a good idea. They explained it very well. They articulated themselves very well to the congressman. They all showed up and showed out. Everybody spoke. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it. I liked that part of it, right? They all presented their portion independently. Boom, right? Oh, your man Saucy. Your man Saucy was there. He was doing what he needed to do, right? Everybody, pretty much the congressman said he was very pleased with the way that they presented the bill. He see that this could be something that's actually doable, and he was going to look into it. So they was all excited, like, all right, yeah. Boom. They left. They was all happy with their work. So was Dr. Frazier. He was very much impressed, righty? So afterwards, they all headed back to the house, and they was chilling. They was talking about, pretty much how they did their presentation, so on and so forth, and Tamar returned, and they were discussing their midterm grades because the very next day they were going to receive their midterm grades, right? So Nick was like, I don't think we all gonna pass. And they was like, well, who you think not gonna pass? He was like, I don't think Sauce. I don't think your man Sauce been doing what he needs to do. So I don't think he's standing in the running to be able to pass, right? So they was like, all right, well, listen, we gonna see what we have to do. Saucy was like, listen, I ain't pressed about no passing motherfucking grade. I think these old fogies forgot I was here to party and twerk, not actually earn and work. So, okay, hey, it is what it is, right? The next morning, they all get up. They all pumped up. They're like, okay, we're gonna see these grades today. Let's get it. Let's got it, right? They arrive at they arrive at Xavier, and immediately they're ushered to a conference room. And in the conference room, it was the 3 teachers that they had for class, and it was the academic advisor. That's my girl, Dr. Payton. Dr. Payton and Saucy do not see it for each other. Dr. Payton and Saucy do not see it for each other. But anywho, Dr. Payton began speaking, let me let you guys know how we determine your grades. And she said it depends on 4 things: how well they've done on their assignments, their assignment completion, class participation, and attendance. Soon as she said attendance, she looked at Saucy. Saucy looked away. I was like, oh, Lord, Dr. Payton, leave this man alone, because if you get him going, he going to get on your head top. So anyway, they was like, first up, Tamar, you stay in the room. We're going to read to you your grades and let you know what was going on. So Tamar got a B in political science, an A in philosophy, a B in converged media, and a B in the Mardi Gras history class. That gave her a 3.25 GPA, right? And Tamar was pretty pleased. She was like, okay, I did my numbers. I mean, there's more B's than A's, but I'll take it, for the time being that I've been here, right? Next up, they pulled Carlos in. Carlos got a B in political science, an A in philosophy, a B in converged media, and an A in Mardi Gras history, right? So that boy, his GPA to a 3.5. Now, I want to say something about that A in Mardi Gras history, right? I think that the professor for that class gave him that grade because he pulled out more than what she expected. But I don't think he met the expectations so perfectly. No. I just think that she didn't think he would meet the expectations at all. So the fact that he actually put some effort into it which is why she gave him that grade. Me personally, I don't think that's fair because minimal effort doesn't mean that you should be rewarded because you did something. No, bitch, you gotta earn an A. It's not just given, but okay. Carlos too cranky for me with his white tee, so I cannot deal with that franchise boy. So I was like, okay, whatever. But he is getting better. So anyhow, thus far he has the highest GPA between him and Tamar. Right, next up was Claudia. Claudia got a B in political science, an A in philosophy, a B in converged media, and a B in Mardi Gras history. Pretty much, she got the same grades as Tamar, so she got the same GPA, which is 3.25. Now, Claudia is extremely competitive, so for her, she's like, listen, Carlos cannot be beating the shit out of me, and I cannot have the same grade as Tamar, because I want to be valedictorian, right? While I find it inspirational that Claudia, wants to be at the top of her game. I actually like it. I just hope that it remains in a good competitive space, right? And not just here on the show, just in life, right? I hope it remains in a good competitive space because she does strive to be, the best. And that's a beautiful trait. Like I said, it's very inspirational to see somebody want to do their best all the time, right? So that was nice, right? She just was saying she got to step her game up because she's walking away with the valedictorian title, right? So next up was Nick. Nick got a B in political science, a B in philosophy, a D in converged media, and an F in Mardi Gras history. Now, converged media, the professor was just saying that, once again, you don't really articulate yourself. You don't always hand in assignments. You're not really always there mentally. So I have to, you have to pull your weight around here. And the Mardi Gras history class, what happened was for the final grade that was due, remember I told you guys, he didn't know how to work the PowerPoint presentation, so he didn't present that. And then she said, you actually didn't present your pictures. You just kind of talked about them. So I never really received the assignment to grade. She was like, but listen, if you have it to give it and you giving it right, I'll be able to take that F away and give you a better grade, right? So what I liked about Nick was he felt it. He felt it, right? Again, Nick is the type of person that he likes to make everything a joke. I have some family members like that. Everything is a joke, even serious situations. So when their feelings are hurt, instead of it just being like in that vulnerable moment, they will try to make it a joke. Because later on in the episodes, you're going to see him saying, well, I should have did what Saucy did, not give a damn. Because you see, you get a grade when you don't give a damn. And then what you get when you do give a damn. And it wasn't that, Nick. They explained to you what it was. They explained that you needed to pull your weight a little more. And what I see, even watching the episode, is you do kind of hide behind Carlos. You hide behind Carlos. So it would be like you'll let Carlos be the mouthpiece and you'll let Carlos put it in all the work and you'll be there like, yeah, right, what he said, right? Yeah, and I think some of the teachers noticed that and was like, no, baby, you have to pull your weight in order to make it here. This is Xavier University. So anywho, he did basically say he was mortified about that and he was going to try to do something. His GPA was a 1.75. Now they call Source the boss in. Source the boss, and I don't think any of us do, right? The next thing I'm about to say, I don't think any of us do, but I think that some of us are a little bit more mature in handling it. Saucy does not like to be confronted because, no, he does not like to be addressed because he looks at it as a confrontation. And for him, the moment he's confronted, he wants to get back with you, right? Now, in this room, what I thought was really odd was that if she was there, I didn't see Dr. Peyton there for anybody else's thing. If she was, they wasn't putting the camera on her. And I thought they was putting the camera on everybody there, but they miraculously knew to put the camera on her ass when Saucy came in that room because they know them two trigger each other, right? So anyway, Saucy got a B in political science, a D in philosophy, a F and an F in converged media, and a F in Mardi Gras history. Saucy started laughing about the F that he got in converged media because he said I forgot the professor name, she's a woman. He was like, oh, she flipped on me. Saucy, she did. Saucy. She didn't flip on you, sweetie. There was an expectation. She's not your homegirl. And there was an expectation for you to do something in order for you to earn what she has to give you. And you didn't do your part, so she couldn't give it to you. That had nothing to do with her flipping on you or disliking you. So I was cracking up that you said that, right? So then afterwards, the Mardi Gras history teacher was like, I don't know you. I have not seen you. I went to the home. You didn't come down. You didn't go on any field trips. You didn't turn anything in. You didn't knock at the door. You didn't send me a text. You didn't fucking put a bat signal in the air. This is my first time bearing witness to you. So what was I supposed to do? So he was like, fair enough. Fair enough. He was like, I understand, I didn't. Right? And again, for him, it was more so like, yeah, okay, y'all got this one. And I think that he was only saying that to cover up the fact that he felt embarrassed that he didn't do what he had to do. Because it wasn't no, oh, y'all got that one. It was, oh, you didn't do what you needed to do, and you played your fucking self. Right? So, anywho, they said his GPA was a .75. Then it was Angela's turn. So, Angela was last, and they called Angela in, and Angela got a B in political science, a B in philosophy, a B in converged media, and a C in Mardi Gras history, right? And her GPA was a 2.75, right? I think that at one point, I think they edited out the part where all the professors told Angela that they was going to decapitate the fucking kids or something, because Angela lost her fucking mind about these grades. To a point, Angela got up. She was like, may I be excused to review this? Because they gave them a folder with all their grades and a reasoning for their grades and GPA and so on and so forth. When she left that room from them professors, she cursed the professors the fuck out. She cursed Xavier the fuck out. She cursed the cast the fuck out. She cursed production the fuck out. She cursed the grass, the walls, the trees, the air, fucking Tokyo Tony, Rob, and everybody else the fuck out that she could. China cursed out the fucking strip club she came from. The girl, Black China, Angela had left the building. Angela had exited stage left, and ding, 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 ringing at that motherfucking doorbell was Black China in full effect. Angela was hot. Tamar so sweet. Tamar girl. Tamar. I love you on this show. I don't even think I want to watch the Braxtons, because if you turn into that other bitch that I don't like on the Braxtons, it's going to really, really make us go 10 steps back, and me and you have made 10 steps forward. Tamar, I love you on this show, girl. I love you. Tamar was like, oh shit, no, Angela, let's talk, baby. Angela, breathe, breathe. She kept telling Black China to breathe. Black China was like, now leave me the fuck alone, or I'll punch you in your fucking stomach, bitch. I don't want to talk to none of y'all. Get these cameras out my motherfucking face. I'm not getting no cast motherfucking band. Fuck Xavier. Fuck New Orleans. Fuck Mardi Gras. Child, Black China had entered the motherfucking, on Real Housewives of Atlanta, when Nene be flipping, and every time she flipped, they be like, oh shit, Nene teed up. And I love when Portia was like, girl, Nene has left the building. We now usher in Nene. We now usher the fuck in Black China. Yo, you know what's so crazy? And I almost feel like I have this same thing. And I dated a guy who had the same thing. You know how when you could look at a person and see the switch has flipped? Black China, you could see it in her face. Because when she in the healing mode, oh my God, her face is very pleasant and smiley. And like, even her eyes give off a glow. When that bitch turned into Black China, that's exactly what the fuck she goes. Black, okay? China looked demonic. She said, I ain't getting no motherfucking A, and not one of these motherfucking classes, or this motherfucking hard work I did. I got the fuck off the pole to come sit with y'all bitches. I've been jogging around this fucking neighborhood, not drinking, not smoking, not fucking, and this is what I deserve. I was like, oh shit, China. So now, again, Tamar was like, Just breathe, Angela. Angela, breathe. If she would have told Angela to breathe again, Angela would have took her fucking breath. I was cracking up. Now let me tell you something, Claudia, girl, Claudia, Claudia. I'ma need you. This is what I'ma need, Claude. I'm gonna need you to show me some evidence that your pappy was black, because every situation that has taken place on this show, you show every bit of a clear woman. Oh my God! Every time you see confrontation, you go claw. Whether the person talking to you, whether they in your vicinity, whether they breathing next to you, if they look like they hot and bothered, the way you get the fuck up out of Dodge is amazing, girl. You seen that China was black and you darted the other fucking way. Meanwhile, you see I tell you about going to try to console the girl. Claudia was like, I'm over here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I guess maybe I don't know. I was cracking up. Carlos was like, what happened to her? She thinks she got the worst grades. I think Sophie got the worst grades. Claudia was like, I don't know. I'm sorry, is production here? Claudia was scared to fucking death. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Claudia. To some degree, girl, I could understand, because China. I would have never wanted to know you when you was Black China. I only want to know Angela, because listen, you gotta pick a side. Either you gonna be Angela and stay like that, or go ahead back to Black China, because China, girl, I don't even know if I call you Angela no more. And I feel bad, because we all have that in us. I tell Pookie all the time. Me personally, I would never, ever, ever, ever want to see Pookie truly upset, because he's always so sweet and nice to me. He's always very calm in situations. So I would hate to see. I'm China girl. China faded to fucking black. Anyway. She cursed everybody the fuck out the sun and moon and stars. Then she said she wasn't getting no motherfucking cast, man. She was walking home. Fuck production. Fuck everybody. And she wanted to go to fuck home. So I was like, oh shit. Y'all going to let it alone now. Let it alone, right? So okay, so now everybody gets in the van and see Saucy was like, listen, when they hot like that, you leave them, because they might turn on you, and then y'all get into it. So Saucy like, I'm going to let that Cha be going, Cha. So Cha jogged on out the way. She said she couldn't even get in the van with them. They all got in the van. Now they heading back to the house, right? So when they get back to the house, they get there before her, naturally, because they drove. Black China came in. Girl. Black China. This episode, you Black China. Angela, this episode, you are Black China. Black China, I want to ask something, right? And I'm not trying to get in your business, but I really want to know this, right? Are you on medication for the healing journey? You know why I asked that? Because, right? I'm curious to know if, like, when you get, because again, let me stop joking for a minute. We all do get riled up. So I'm not saying that you cannot have, no, I definitely understood 100% why you were upset. I just was afraid, because it looked like you couldn't come down, mommy. It looked like the devil had taken a hold of you, Black China. And you know what it brought me back to, right? I didn't really keep up too much with what they said, with the Kardashian case that you had the trial and all that. But I do remember, like, when certain things would happen at the trial, it would hit the headlines. And I know one of the things that they said that I had got wind of was that they said you had Rob ass over there scared to death. And then they was going into all of the God forgive me. This is not funny. They just going into the details about how you was over there terrorizing the dog fuck out of Rob. And again, I didn't have you and Rob to think about really and truly. So I never really paid you no mind. So when they were saying that at that time, I was like, okay, well, listen, he said you terrorizing the fucking white boy. I don't know. That's their fucking business. But seeing your reaction about them grades, you was tearing Rob ass up over there. You was pulling out guns, and now they said it, China, and I believe it, girl, because it looked like you. Anyway, China came back. She walked in the house, slammed the door, boom, walked up to her room, boom. Who the fuck turned the lights on? Don't turn on no fucking lights. Yo, she was, oh my God, Black China, girl. Black China. So now the rest of the cast ain't know you came in. All they hear is the hoot and the hollering, right? So now Claudia said, okay, well, let me go now because the key is, Claudia, you girl, Claudia, you ain't low. You ain't low. Your ass is not low. You tried to make it seem like you was going up there to check on her to see if she was all right. No, that's your fucking roommate, and you knew your laptop and all that was up there, and you know she was on demon time. So you ain't want her to start launching shit around and start picking up your shit and launching it around because you need that shit for work, and it's expensive. You're not low, Claudia. So you went up there to hey, Ange, you good, Ange? You was looking around at your shit like, let me make sure my shit good for Ange. Black China girl, this was epic, girl. So anywho, Claudia went up there. She act like she trying to console China, but really she trying to gather her motherfucking goods and make sure China don't start busting her shit open. Black China, girl. I love you. I'm not gonna lie, I love you, girl. I got a kick out of you, girl. You is batshit crazy when you mad, girl. So anywho, Nick and Saucy downstairs, and they heard it. They like, oh shit, Black China back. So they go listening to the door like, oh shit, what the fuck going on there? And then Claudia in there, like I said, Claudia trying to gather her goods slowly but surely and back up out the fucking room. But then she said, oh, you want to? Black China's like, look, leave me the fuck alone, bitch. Leave me alone. I'm going on and take a nap. Leave me the fuck alone, right? Okay, so Claudia like, all right, girl, leave it alone, right? So anywho, that goes on. The next morning, they were reflecting on last night's drama and blah, blah, blah. One thing I do like about the cast, and Saucy included, right? They were saying that, they're a resilient cast. They're a resilient cast. So it's like, okay, when things happen, it's not just like effing and I don't care, boom, boom, boom. They pop their little junk, they get in their feelings, but then they all band back together to try to, make things right. So I do like that about the cast, right? So it's the weekend. That I think they got their final grades on a Friday. So now it's the weekend. So they trying to do a little kickback. You see Tamar, Claudia taking little shots. Claudia the fits, the outfit, never mind. So anywho, while they doing all that, they get knocked on the door, boom, 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 boom. When they didn't open the door, is Big Frida, Miss Frida. Y'all know big girl, that Big Frida, right? Now I'm gonna tell you something about me. I don't know a fucking thing about Big Frida. I'm gonna tell you two things I know. One is that Big Frida was on Beyonce album or taught Beyonce a dance or dressed Beyonce for a concert. This is on Beyonce. That's how her name got on my radar, because other than that, I wouldn't fucking never know Big Frida, right? Then on top of that, I remember the season that she was on College Hill. I started watching it, but I never finished it. I probably got to like one episode. Right, so I don't know Big Frida, but they was definitely mesmerized to see Big Frida. They was all excited, and I think the excitement more so came from how did you survive this? Because they said Big Frida was a valedictorian in her season, so they want to pick her brain because they like, listen, well, I don't know what Big Frida is, so please do not jump on my ass about what is the word about misgendering Big Frida, because I'll be honest with you, I don't have Big Frida to think about, so I don't know what Big Frida goes by. So if I say he or she, please do not be offended. Please drop down in the comments and correct me. I'm not trying to misgender Big Frida. I just don't know what Big Frida goes by. Anywho, yeah, but they want to pick Big Frida, getting brain about how he was valedictorian, and Big Frida was like, listen, the challenges are going to come and you just have to rise up. That's it, and that's really all. So listen, when I was here, it was hard. I had flunky ass Ray J on my team. He didn't want to do no goddamn work. He was getting on my fucking nerves, but I knew that I wanted to persevere. I wanted to really see this through, and I wanted to be successful. So no matter what he did, I met every challenge, and I rose to the top, right? So they was like, okay. So I think that really gave really Black China, it gave them some more ammunition to get their head back in the game, right? So I was happy about that, right? So the weekend is over, the group is re-energized, blah, 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 blah. So Black China goes out, she goes for a run, and like I said, China, you can honestly see in Black China that she is very, very serious about her health journey. Her body looks beautiful. Her body is on a beam. Yes, her body is on a beam. I love the way Black China body looks. It looks very let me not say muscular. It looks very fit, very toned and very fit. Black China looks good. She's very inspirational for me in that regard, right? So she went for a run, and then she went to Bible study, right? And I don't know if that was like at a nearby church, I don't know, but in the Bible study they was doing like a support group kind of thing, right? And she was talking about her healing journey, and all jokes pushed to the side. I know I was laughing earlier, but let me not laugh in these moments, because I always tell you guys in every last one of my videos, I take my healing journey to the soul, so I do not want to make it seem like I'm laughing at anybody else's, right? This part right here is not a joke. China is committed, and I want to say something about the commitment on the healing journey. That shit ain't no joke. I know. See, this is the thing, right? People hear the words, right? People hear the words, and people see what's on the surface. But what people have to understand is when you're actively, I don't mean picking and choosing, I mean when you're actively in the throes and the trenches of your healing journey, many times you are broken down and tested, right? And that does not feel good, because you got to remember, for a long time you built up an exterior that used to be able to manage and deal with all of those tests and all of those breakdowns. So for a long time you wasn't dealing with them. You was persevering. You was coming out on the other side. You was winning, according to you. But then when you realize that when you do use that exterior that you built up to handle situations, it ultimately hurts you. That is the reason why you get on the healing journey. But while you're trying to work through managing those situations without using the old you, it's extremely, extremely, extremely hard, right? And I think Blac Chyna felt like, prior to this, I didn't give a fuck about school. I didn't care about education. I did not care about being a better woman. I cared about getting that motherfucking money, looking good, stunting on these, you know what I'm saying? And I think right now for her, the fact that she really is trying, like, I'm out here, I'm not clubbing, I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking, I ain't no sex involved, I'm just here doing the work. I think it really, really triggered her to see that she feels like she's putting in maximum effort and getting minimum results. And I felt that. That's what caused the breakdown, right? And don't get me wrong, it's a number of other things, right? She's out there missing her kids. She's missing her boo. She's in a relationship. She's with these people who she don't see on an everyday basis living in a house. Then it's distractions and disruptions in the house. So I get it. I definitely get why China melted down. And I've been there. I've been there as recent as this year, where, you know, you are tested and you're looking like, yo, why do people want that old me? Why? I'm working so hard not to be her. Why am I not getting the maximum results from the maximum work that I'm doing, right? And what I think China has to understand, and I tell myself this all the time, you are, but the only way for God to know that you are really on this journey seriously is if he sends you tests. It's really how you cope and deal and manage your way through those tests that lets him know, okay, you serious. Now I can reward you. And for Blac Chyna, you're serious. You're serious, because even though you had the meltdown and all of that, that was right there in that moment, right? You didn't quit the show. You didn't beat nobody ass. You know what I'm saying? You didn't go back to your old ways. You had a moment of weakness. That was it. That was all. But you continue to persevere. So, and that's basically what she was saying at that session, at the Bible study, right? She was like, listen, you know, I'm going through a lot, and I'm trying. But sometimes I feel like even with all my attempts, I'm still failing. And I just want to say to you, Blac Chyna, as a person, and no, let me call you Angela right now. I want to say this to you, Angela, as a person who is actively on the healing journey. My dear, to whom much is given, much is required. Right? To whom much is given, much is required. Right? You are required at this moment to stand tall in all the gifts that God gave you, because you recognize them now. Before, when you couldn't recognize them, you was playing yourself and he was allowing you. But you know the saying, when you knew better, you do better. You know now. You know now. So he is expecting you to rise up to the occasion every single time. Don't let him down, baby. You got this. All right? So I just had to let you guys know. I thought that was a good I think that was a good moment of reflection for her to be able to go to the Bible study class, because another thing too is that nobody, well, let me not say nobody in the house is not on the healing journey. They're not speaking about it, right? So she doesn't really have anybody who she feels like understands her there. So I was happy she got out to do that, right? While Angela was doing that, Carlos and Nick went to the Xavier basketball game. They went to see the team, and it's because Nick has a passion about being a coach. he wants to be a coach. So he wanted to go kind of pick the brain and see, like, how it's working out and what are some things he needs to do and if he can help in any way. So I thought that was cool, right? And then when they got back to the house, Nick and Carlos and China, everybody was back home. Carlos was in there putting together pretty much a care package, of like resources and things. And it basically had like towels, toothpaste, all of the things that people would need on a daily basis. And he said he was doing that for the Covenant House. He wanted to take that over to the Covenant House that they visited a couple of weeks ago and just give it to the young people there, because he said, first of all, it really mortified him to see so many young people homeless, and also because he knows how important just those day-to-day things are. So he was asking China if she could help him pretty much package it all up, and she was like, sure, of course, no problem, right? And then they show Claudia, they're talking about, listen, I'm going to be valedictorian no matter if I got to slice somebody's throat to do it. So I was like, okay, girl. So now Tamar and Saucy is upstairs. Remember, they share a room. And Tamar was just basically in there jumping on Saucy ass. But what I love, and again, Tamar, please, Tamar, please, because I really want to support y'all and go watch the Braxtons. But Tamar, we have come so far, Tamar. Me and you. Because prior to this show, from the Braxton days when you went with, I just was cursing you the fuck out last year about that Krishan thing. Tamar, the character that is you. Prior to this show, I cannot fucking stand her, right? But this show humanized you so much. Please, Tamar, if I tune into the Braxtons, I'm begging you, please don't go back to that other person for that show. Please stay who you are right here, right? So anywho, what she was doing upstairs with Saucy, and she said, let me get in big sis mode, right? This is not a game, let me get in big sis mode. And she jumped on his ass. She was like, what's up with you? Like, you keep saying you gonna commit, and you keep saying you gonna do it, we keep saying we're gonna hold you accountable, but that's bullshit. That's bullshit, like you playing games. Do you want this shit or not? And if you do, let's get it. And if you don't, say that. And on top of that, if you can't, that's even more what you need to say. And he was like, nah, I mean, not that I can't, you know, Saucy, you know what it is? Saucy is this new generation, right? And I always say this, right? I work with young people, and me and young people never get into it about our differences in the way we look at the world. You know why? Because I allow young people to look at the world through the lens that they choose to, and I ask that they let me do the same, right? And we meet somewhere in the middle. I never was the type of person to tell a young person, don't... Oh, okay. I never was the type to try to force a young person to go to college, right? Because you will have young people look back at you and say, oh, Miss Khadija, please, you talk about go to college, but I'm an engineer in the studio and I make more than you make with your check every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth. It's the truth. They can show you their money that they're getting from doing whatever they're doing, and you can pull out your check and it will probably be the same amount if theirs is not more. Right? So they're finding ways to make money, right? They're finding ways to be popular, famous. They're finding ways to get homes, cars, jewelry. They are finding ways, right? So because of that, they're looking at all of the right things, or, you know, the responsible things that us older folks are telling them to do as lame and corny, because they feel like it takes too long for them to produce the things that they want when they know how to do it the fast way, right? And for Saucy, I think Saucy's whole point was, I'm clearly he must be getting a check to be there, so I'm going to come. But if you asking me to not do what I normally do, which is go out to clubs and make appearances and I'm not doing any of that. Because that's what makes me my money, to do the things that I like to do, to buy my Prada bags and to get my, what's the damn, Amiri, and all of the things that young people want. So for him, he's looking at them and he says it. He keeps saying things like they're old fogies and stuff like that in his confessional, because for him, this is not important. You know, at least not to me, because it ain't generating me no whole bunch of income to be able to do the things I like to do. So I'm just here for the little check that I'm getting, right? What I liked about Tamar is she didn't say anything about his outings. She didn't say anything. She ain't said nothing about, go where you need to go. But you still need to also handle your business if you're going to be here. And I like that. And again, Tamar, I love you here. Please don't change on the Braxtons. So basically, Saucy was able to receive what Tamar was saying in a good way, right? And he just said in his confessional, you know, I'm still trying to figure out if I want to turn up or buckle down. We'll see. That's exactly what he said, right? And Tamar gets everybody together because she was talking about they have a big assignment that they have to do for the school paper, and they want it to be serious, and they got to make sure they all do their parts. I can't remember what the assignment was. I'll tell you guys in the next episode. Anywho, now it's back to classes, and they have a new class added to their roster. So it's called the Music and Culture class. So Saucy is 100% excited about that because remember, Saucy is a recording artist, right? He's into music. So he's very, very excited about that class, right? So they get up and everybody's getting dressed and Saucy's out the door early and he has some new steam in his engine and he's ready to go. He had to talk with Tamar. He got his grades. He gonna do better. Yada, yada, yada. They get in the van, right? Claudia, the clear woman in you came out again, right? So now you tell Saucy this was your way to try to manipulate him to grind and do what he needs to do, right? But you didn't need to do that. So she says to him, Saucy, I hope I got to make sure you do what you got to do because the teacher emailed me and said in the school assignment that they have to do, they're all going to be in groups. Saucy is in Nick group. Saucy's not even in your group, Claudia. So why would the teacher email you? What the fuck are you talking about? What I think happened there was that you was trying to use another strategy and tactic to get him to focus. What the fuck business was that of yours? But in your mind, you was looking out for him. Lying? All you got to do is do what Tamar did. Listen, yo, bro, what? So when she said that, again, Saucy clocked your tea. Saucy clocked your tea. Saucy was like, now see, in his confessional, he was like, now see, you see. So Claudia is a brown noser. He said, now why would the professor email you about me? Why? You're brown nosing. And again, you did give that off. Claudia, And I was cracking up because Saucy is quick, so he was on your motherfucking head. He was like, the professor emails you. Yeah, she's starting to get a stupid face because she could see he ain't believing that bullshit. He was like, yeah, okay, bitch. Anywho, moving right along. You want me because you did that as a scare tactic. I don't give a fuck about what you saying, girl. I'ma still do me, right? And now you got the stupid face, but you involved yourself and you lied. So I don't know, Claudia. I don't know. So anywho, they get to the new music and culture class. Dr. Sakina. I guess Dr. Sakina look a little crazy, but okay, girl. I guess, but you could tell she's very headstrong, so I hope that goes well, right? She broke them up in groups, and basically she was asking, questions. I think the question was, how did you first find out you had an interest in music? And Saucy was just telling like all the places he had lived and what type of music culture he was introduced to in those places. Like I think he said somewhere he lived, they was very much engulfed in reggae, so he started learning about reggae music and the artists and how to do the dances and so on and so forth. So it was nice to see Saucy that much engaged in something that was going on academically at the college. That was a good look. And the students liked it. He's very entertaining. He's very engaging when he's locked in, right? So he had the students' attention and, he's definitely is a character. I love him. I always say that. I'm like, in my mind, Saucy is my cousin. I love Saucy. So I was happy to see him stepping his game up and doing what he needed to do. And Claudia had on her I'm Losing Isaiah wig. And, anywho, thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like the video. Please go watch College Hill Season 3 Celebrity Edition so we can cackle the way we cackle to fucking day. Drop down in the comment section and let me know if I forgot anything. I truly appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Love ya.